thank you for being here. You know that this particular conference is to basically capture the top 3 entrepreneurial skills that you have mentioned in our group. So this is basically how these 3 skills of yours have helped you become a better entrepreneur. That is what we're going to talk today. So the purpose is basically to bring all of you together. So we are doing these short videos, and the second step for this is that once we have all the competencies of our group members, I'm going to compile them into a list like this, what is coming up on the screen. So this list, we are going to actually, this entire list, there are about 80 competencies people have mentioned. So I will tell what Pierman, for example, somebody said focus. So what Pierman said about focus, what your Harsha said about focus, all these things will be presented. So first, let us start with the introductions, 1-minute introductions, what you do, what business you handle. A simple one minute explanation would be really very good. So we will start with whom? We'll start with KVN Rao.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, go ahead. The mic is yours.
Good evening, all. This is KVN Rao, basically a mechanical engineer from Bombay University. And I've done my 2 MBAs, MBA Finance and MBA Marketing. One from Usman University and this is from Manipal University. And I'm doing my MSc Psychology. This is my one more side of the business. And coming back to my profession, I worked from the ground level staff to the director, independent director for a multinational company. After that, I taken retirement in 2016 and started my own company into industrial plastics. And it has taken its own turbulence because of different things. Then I have searched for some more opportunities with my relations. Yes, it's working on. And now, because of the pandemic situation, I have taken one more turn in my profession. I started a business called housekeeping and hygienic chemicals and materials business, which is taking a good shape as of now. At the moment, last year we could cross about 1 crore business, and this year I'm anticipating about 2.5 crore business in that. So this is my short and small introduction about myself.
Wonderful.
Aditya, go ahead.
Hi, sir. I'm Aditya Jain. I represent TireLilo.com, and we are basically into tires. We've been there in this business since about 25 years now. My major focus now is expanding this tires business throughout India, and I think we're very soon starting up in Bangalore. Very quickly. And the only difference between us and others is that we do doorstep installation of tires. So wherever anyone wants tires, we take our mobile van there and we do our installations. So now we are more focused on alloy wheels, which is also an important part of our business. So now I am into tires, alloys, and car accessories. Thank you.
From Aditya Jain, we'll go to MS Dheeraj.
Right. Good evening, everyone. This is Dheeraj here. So nice to see all of you virtually. So I represent my company, which I founded, Amigo Autospa. Amigo Autospa is a car detailing company, which focuses on cleaning, enhancing, and protection of all the automobiles, majorly with cars and luxury two-wheelers. So Amigo Autospa is also into the business called franchising model, where we develop the spirit of entrepreneurship and we create business opportunities for aspiring entrepreneurs, majorly for the first-time entrepreneurs, so that they wouldn't struggle and go through the turbulence like how we did it as a startup. So we make them avoid to reinvent the wheel, and we try to give them a tried, tested, proven kind of a success formula, which they implement with best practices in the right areas of business, along with the guidance, develops and nurtures them into successful entrepreneurs. So that's the introduction about company. Yeah.
Wonderful. So we'll go to KVN Rao now. You may want to tell what are those. You're also logging in through another this thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
I'll admit. Okay.
Let me start with the strategic.
Okay.
I'm basically, while I started my career and then passionate, basically it's my luck or something like that, because I've been to the down level to the top management. So each level has given me a tough time to understand what are the requirements. So in that, basically, once you are moving from lower level to the higher level, the main function of any big management comes to picture at a strategic level. Okay, there I feel I learned this skill. First of all, any company should have an objective and a goal. So from the objective, the goal will come, and from the goal, the focus will come. So I can make the objective. From there I can draw the lines of goals. I can draw the lines of how to execute and achieve it. So for that, what are the requirements? I'm very persistent and consistent in achieving those lines. So this is my well-learned skills in all these years. This is my first what I try to explain as the strategic skill what I developed.
Sure.
And passionate. The other area, whenever I feel, see, we as an entrepreneur, I'll always look for opportunities, and everything need not to be will be attaching to your heart. So once it is attached to your heart, I'll become passionate about it. My passion is, I thought of doing business in the year of 2005-6, but because of certain things which are not allowed me, I could not come up. But 2015-16 I came out and I started making it. It has taken 10 years, but I never left my passion of entering into become an entrepreneur. So 2016 onwards, I started my business, and I'm sure whatever could able to say that these are the things which required for any business person. I feel passion is one of the thing which you have to linger always with your business. So I'm passionate about the business. Unless until you are passionate, there will be a lot of conditions like pandemic or financial conditions or the market conditions or XYZ conditions will always be there in the business. So unless until the strong passion you develop, you cannot sustain in any, in fact, any type of activity, but business especially. If you are not passionate, you cannot sustain, because there will be always something, especially the people who are from the employee becoming a business person. See, somebody has started their career as a business person, that's a completely different story. But from the employee to business journey, it's a very tough time, because you will lose the situation. Somebody you are making a good fancy year, and suddenly you will be end up with you will not be having any money of paying your salaries also. So you are waiting for your money to come from the market. So there, until you are passionate about what you are doing, it is very difficult to sustain. In these 5 years, I realized that yes, I am very passionate about my entrepreneurship, which is really making me sustain into the business, even though there is a lot of tough time has happened in my career plan now. I can proudly say that I am passionate about my thought of becoming entrepreneur and a business person. And team building, this is my third skill which I developed, which I experienced and understand, and could able to see the results also, which I want to say here. See, you may be a good planner, you may be a strategic, you may be a passionate about yourself and your thought process. Unless until you have the people with you, it is difficult to sustain, it is difficult to progress, both sides. See, you can be a self-employer or a self-employment business you can do at a short level if you are the only one person. Unless until you have the team of people who agree and who can go along with your process, who can think like you, it is very difficult to sustain with the up and downs of any business. So you have to build your team. For building your team, basically you should have the knowledge about what you wanted to achieve, a clear objective, a clear goal, and a clear path also. Okay. Same time, you have to build your team towards the path. That's more important. Unless until you drive and grow your team, it is not that easy to go and, because you will be losing people, you will be gaining the people, but the people who are with you should be having the same wavelength and almost all same knowledge levels to grow. If you wanted to build a small company, might be this is not much important, but if you want to build a big empire, okay, definitely you need more people. That's the reason team building is more important. And I'm sure during my career or during my business now, the things are becoming more and more easy for me because of my team. It is taking time because any team building activity is a continuous process, but at least first 1-2 years is a very tough time to make the team understand what you are looking is the same what they are looking. Okay, it takes time, but once it is done, you are done your job. Okay, next 10 years they are with you and they will guide you, they will cope up with you, they will cooperate you, and they'll make sure that your dream becomes their dream, and automatically everybody's dream can be achieved. This is what my third thing.
You said something like ability of problem solving.
Okay, see, problem solving in most of the time, like while I'm working, I worked very in rugged situations also, where there are going to be situations where you have to make tough decisions. There are going to be situations where you have to use your heart and mind. So you have to be balanced your heart and mind always. Sometimes your heart will say something, your mind will say something. So the most of the decisions, like when you are handling with the people, you cannot use your only mind. You have to use your heart also. So this I believe, while problem solving, I always keep two things in mind. While understanding the problems, I'll see if I resolve this problem or if I take up this problem, who are going to be affected. So I will take those people into consideration first. What are the effects that can hamper these people? And I'll take care of those people first and then settle with them. Then I'll be looking at who are going to create trouble for us. Okay, those things can be ignored because I try to change them. If that is not happening, I'll just make them ignored, so that your progress cannot be stopped. So these are the two areas which I normally keep, that one is mind, one is heart. I start using my heart first, then ultimately whatever my mind says, because I have to adhere to the line of which I drawn, so I adhere to that. So this is the basic thing what I developed in all these years, and I'm using it, and I'm getting the results also.
So if I've understood you right, what you basically said is that three things: strategic, passionate, team building, and also problem solving. You say that your entrepreneurship journey happened because of very clear objectives to which the goals have flown to do whatever you're doing now. But what is more important that stood out is the persistence. And even during difficult times, whether it is financial, market fluctuations, or any of those things, it is your persistence and your passion to stay as a business entrepreneur, or as a business owner or as an entrepreneur. That kept you in this particular way.
Right.
And you are also saying that building a team is very important. If you want to stay small, that's okay. But if you want to become big, it is important to have a team, and without team it is not possible. Your dream can become their dream. That's how you have to spend it. And problem solving, though we may think from heart, we may also have to think from mind, and then bring that balance and solve problems. Right?
Correct.
What you have said.
Perfect.
Wonderful. So Aditya, we'll go next to Aditya Jain. And Aditya, you may want to tell us about your three things. I will put those things up in the screen now. Maybe you may want to see that. Where are you?
Problem solving.
Yeah, okay. You already know them?
Yeah.
I did not write them here.
I'm not sure, sir.
It's not look. Yeah, it is there.
Yeah.
Usually I don't miss. Yeah. So you are saying problem solving, cross selling.
And deep product knowledge.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So point number one for problem solving ability. For a startup like us, starting up and building up new things which has never been tried, experimented, or did in the market, there have been lot of challenges, lot of problems. So it wasn't so easy because we were going out of the league. We were not trying to be traditional. So each day, each minute, we had a new problem coming in, and we've realized that we have slowly and eventually come out of most of the problems that we've had. So that is one very most important thing. Cross selling. See, our the kind of business we are into, tires. It's a very low margin business. Okay, and then we have got this doorstep installation service, which is again a big cost to us, because actually sending a car to a customer's house, doing all that installation, it's a very time taking process. So each fitment may cost us 3 hours of very low margins, because we are in a very competitive this thing. We have to cross sell. So that is one thing I've learned, that whenever my team goes to a customer's place, or maybe when a customer comes to our place, we try to cross sell a lot of things. It could be small things like a perfume, or maybe a microfiber cloth, or whatever it is. But then whatever these additional things I'll be offering, they'll give me an instant revenue. This thing. The third thing is deep product knowledge. This is, I think, the biggest driving force for our company, because unless and until we have a very deep product knowledge, we cannot survive. We cannot survive, because there are so many new cars out there. There are so many new sizes. There's so many alternates that can be done to an existing car, and there's so many different brands. Each brand has their own pattern, and a lot of things are there. So when a customer comes to you, he obviously expects you to answer all his queries. He may some people, Harsha sir will come to me and tell Aditya, mera tire 5 saal chalna chahiye. But Harsha sir drives his car very less. And a guy like Dheeraj, earlier days ka Dheeraj, every week he used to go to Bangalore and come back. So usko jo dena hai tire has to be different, or Harsha sir ko jo tire dena hai, it has to be different. So unless and until I understand the product deeply, I will not be able to sell those products. So end of the day, people buy my experience, people buy my knowledge, because this is a field where I don't think people have enough knowledge about what to do. They simply leave it on to the dealers. So basically, this is the 3 top skills I have developed, and I think this is what is driving the business forward.
Okay, very good. So you have put it very simply and straightforward. In a couple of minutes' time, you have explained what it is. It is wonderful.
Yes, sir.
So basically, what you are saying is that there are a variety of things that happen in your place. So problem solving is very important because of that. Okay, and cross-selling comes up very important in your industry, because going back to problem solving, a variety of things could, because it is a startup, so ideas may work, ideas may not work. There could be problems with many things. So that is the first one. The second one seemed to be more about cross-selling, so that if you sell from a revenue standpoint, if somebody comes to your shop or your place, they will buy something and go. So there is always a revenue coming in. That's another thing, because you have a wide variety of things to sell. And product knowledge is very important. Yes. And you are absolutely right. People will buy your experience and your knowledge, and telling exactly what the customer actually wants, what is good for the customer, suggesting him that this is good for the customer, and selling that. That is what you're basically saying. So these are the 3 things which actually brought you success. Can you slightly elaborate on problem solving, because it looks like I seem to have missed out a few points here.
Problem solving, as in, sir, every day we come to the store, we open the shutter, there is one new problem coming in each day. Devise a solution which is convenient for both me and the customer.
Yeah.
So that is one important thing to us.
Yes. So the distinction is that it is not problem solving. It is more to do with the technical aspects, which you need to
Exactly.
know, complete technical aspects about which tire goes into which car, what problems could come, how to overcome those problems or solve those problems if they happen. So this complete domain knowledge, what you always say that, deep knowledge about your products, that is where it needs to be there, right? That is what you.
Yes, 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 sir.
Excellent,
Absolutely.
excellent. Very good. I think that gave me a clear idea. Now we will go to the bearded man with very nice background. So here we go. So what is an artificial? Yeah.
Buddha in the background. Zen. Get Zen with Lord Buddha.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I think I have communicated what I felt as the top 3 skills which made me to become a better entrepreneur. Probably that's the right word.
Yeah.
Successful entrepreneur and better entrepreneur. Maybe there might be some perception differences in that, but anyhow.
No, let me clarify that right here. We always would like to speak to successful entrepreneurs. It is very good. But, any entrepreneur, the entrepreneurial journey itself, that experience itself is invaluable.
Okay.
Okay. Whether once you're successful or not successful, the amount of advice you will be in a position to give will be humongous. So what I'm saying
might be success is a relative term.
Yeah, some people got money, so that's why they are successful. Some people got experience. What is that?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as long as we are able to make difference and continue the journey, then it's that's what we should consider it. So what I have mentioned is, if I have to put it out in the right order, the first one that I have mentioned is a visioning skill.
Yeah.
And then a building skill, and then a selling skill.
Okay.
The reason I have, these are the 3 things that are, yes, selling, visioning, building, and 3 plus 1. The plus 1 is the implementing.
Yeah.
So when I have entered into this particular business, coming as a first generation entrepreneur, and then having the experience of working with multinationals and large scale companies, where I used to spend budget of crores per annum. Maybe that's what I have realized. I should get into a kind of a business where that probably that larger than the life kind of a enterprise can be built. That's a a nascent stage vision that I had. It has to be built in such a big way. So that's the seed of the vision that I call, and then which has to be seen through layers and layers and layers and layers of journey ahead of time. Okay, so this is how we wanted to grow. These are the markets we would like to enter. This is how, maybe if not up to the bottommost level detail of it, but initially visioning skill is very important, where we would see that, okay, this is how the business will grow. These are the directions it will go. These are the products that can get into the market, right? And from how many channels do we get money? From which channel do we get our collaborators? From which channel do we get our partnerships? Since we are into franchising business, the second most important one that I thought is building this kind of an enterprise. So building a kind of an enterprise where now after things have been visioned, they need to be built. So maybe sometimes we might go overboard, sometimes we might go underboard, certain parameters might be weak, certain parameters might be strong, but one has to build them. This is where most of the people will have that story of chicken and egg. Some people will say, let the money come, then I'll build. Some people will say, I'll build first. Some people like Mukesh Ambani will tell that, okay, I have money, I'll first build a tower and then I'll start doing business in it. So some startups will, so in our kind of a traditional startup enterprise model, which I would say, so the nature of the business is traditional. It isn't any new, innovative, super fancy idea, but it's all about making a difference. So in an operationally cumbersome business, so we knew that certain things have to be built first in the business, be it the financial models, be it about the projections of the P&L, because later the third important thing is this needs to be sold to somebody. So it's all about the third parameter is selling that, because we are not just selling business to somebody. In my line of business, we are selling future to somebody. This particular business will help you in getting done this. That's why we try to identify. The reason I have mentioned as a selling skill is because, like how Aditya said, or case to case of each car is different, case to case of each customer is different. So each customer has a very distinct need. So we should be having a skill of identifying. This has come with an experience of, probably sometimes we selecting wrong people initially. So in that stage of growth, we always tend to think that, okay, ye bhi mera customer hai, wo bhi mera customer hai, this fellow will also take, that fellow will also take. But after 8 franchises, what I have understood is, 1-2 mahine sale bhi nahi karenge, so it is better what I sell it to the right people.
Yeah, usually it happens that way. Experience teaches a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, if selling is a skill, it has got, that's a two-edged sword is what I believe. So one edge cuts the deal to you, the other edge cuts you out of the deal. Yeah, so sometimes we would have done the sale, or we would have, made the deal, but later it cuts you out of, the entire picture. That's why it's a skill to identify the right customer and then giving that right selling proposition to them only by identifying. So that's a very important skill is what I believe, especially when we do not have a product or a goods or something to be physically shown and sold. That's the reason I have come up with these 3 things as the most important parameters. And the +1 category, which I have realized rather after a lot of guidance and support from the entrepreneur program beginning with, is the implementing skill. So there are dozens and dozens of ideas lying there with everybody. Probably there are some people sitting under the roof every corner of the world thinking about, I'll do this, I can do that, I'll do that. But how do we measure? It is only by implementing it. So probably implementing skill is where, like both Mr. Rao said and Aditya said, the challenges would come into picture. There would be problems, there would be challenges, turbulence, market scenarios, this, that, etc. So many external, internal team parameters. But are we really bulldozing all of them and implementing it is the most important parameter. So all these things will come into picture. We have to see if the idea has got implemented or not. So what I have realized and made changes in my entrepreneur journey is set a date to everything. This needs to be implemented by so and so date. As long as we keep it open, we couldn't always get into the implementation mode. So set a date to everything. Okay, let's say I want to implement technology in my business. In next 365 days, it has to be done. So that we don't bite too much out of it. At the same time, we don't lose too much out of it from implementing it, because as long as we don't implement it, things are never going to happen. Yeah, whether we make money out of it, whether we don't make money out of it, whether we do profit or loss, is all different thing. But it's good for nothing if we don't implement it. These are the parameters that probably made our business and enterprise a better one.
Absolutely. Okay. So if I have understood you right, what you basically have said is that, vision is very important, because it gives you, it sets you off in a direction as to how you need to go about how you need to, who are your partners, your channel partners, or different partnerships that you would require, particularly in your business. And then afterwards, what is very important is that building the enterprise is more important, in the sense that there are a lot of things that need to be built within. It could be systems, it could be financial models, it could be the business model itself, which is very crucial in your case. And then do the selling part, because get ready with the model, and then it is like, incubating an idea into a prototype and then selling the prototype to others. Basically that's the journey. So because most of the time you will be selling the future to the people, how you've described it, and also matching the distinct needs customers would have, and selecting the right people for your business also, to whom you want to sell the franchisee, vis-a-vis also to whom you want to sell, also what type of team you need to have within you who can contribute and bring these right people. And what you have said is you can cut a deal and you can also cut yourself out of the deal. It's a good dialogue. Okay. So then implementation, everybody has ideas. It is implementation that is very important. Implementation will certainly have challenges, variety of challenges, marketplace, uncertainty, people, trust, etc. But bulldozing through this and getting your ideas implemented, that's what this is all about. Right?
True.
Okay, so any other thing that you want to say? So thank you very much for joining.
You asked all of our this one. So if there isn't anything from your side.
A little louder, I can't hear.
Oh, yeah.
Can we have any input from your side? That's what the question is.
Is there any input or is there any comment or any this one from your side?
Yeah, so what you will do in the second stage, what I will do is I'll compile all of these things, what I showed you, I'll compile it. And I will give it like a debrief, wherein what will happen is we will be able to say, okay, we collected so many of this. If today only, if you have seen, there are so many people talked about team building, right? So 3 of you have talked about 1, but it is presented here as 3. So the numbers have just gone up. So you may have 80 competences here, but they all roll up into, say, a limited number, maybe 10 or 15 is what I'm thinking. And from a Priyaman stand perspective, what it is, and Harsha's perspective, what it is, and your perspective, what it is. Mostly it will be same. I don't think there could be many difference, but there are some very nice points people brought about. So those things will be highlighted and presented back to you people, so that you people will know that that these are the things others have said. So if you want to subsequently see the videos, you can go to that particular video channel and then you can see it. I'll give you. Okay.
You can make us famous, sir.
Sorry?
You can make us famous, sir.
Yeah, we will make you famous. If you think the videos are very good, we will make it public.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Done, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, MSG and Aditya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.